Holy shit. Brian, when did you get in the car?
Just now.
Well, that's a good start to the stream. Yeah, we are definitely back in business here. Well,
Yeah.
my left hand isn't entirely there. It's better now. Like, I can wiggle it around, but I have to keep it covered.
Unfortunately, I'm not back in business because there's a certain someone who stole my chair.
CC.
Yep.
Naturally. Blue, wait,
Wait,
Blue?
take my chair.
Blue, do you want out? Already? Are you sure? You're rubbing your face on my shoe. Stop that. Hold on. Wow.
Easy.
Okay, the baby has left. And alright. So, I know it's been a week, but hopefully no one forgot about me, that I existed, rather.
I didn't.
Well, I know you didn't, but I know some followers on Twitch might have forgotten, so... But I like to think you guys are better than that, so... And let's refresh the chat just to make sure everything is in order. I've been using that accent for years. I still don't know what I'm trying to emulate.
Meep.
So... Okay, music might be a touch loud? Hang on.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, I thought you bumped your leg on the desk.
No,
Cece?
there's Cece jumping off of my chair.
What did she do? Like, did she jump like a jumping spider?
Yeah, like, I think she might have heard something like, ooh, there's something down there.
Hello, my friends. I've come to take your nipples. Not allowed. I charge extra for nipple tearing.
But I need them.
Yeah, I need them too, but if you're gonna do it, you might as well pay us. So, tonight we have a commission to do. I have another by the same person. It's Mutant Sasquatch again. This time they want me to make this Norman Osborn-esque villain known as Quentin Steele. He can manifest a steel-like substance on his skin, you know, to act as armor. So what they wanted from me to do, what they wanted me to do for this is to have Quentin here sort of in mid-transformation. Hey! Nice to see you too, Crystal. Yeah, I was just telling them that, Mutant Sasquatch commissioned me two things, actually, but I'm gonna do the one, and this is this, gangster-type villain known as Quentin Steele. Hang on. Oh, not a gangster. I was thinking of the other guy. This guy is a sort of Lex Luthor, Norman Osborn sort of character. So, yeah. Let's make this the color layer. We'll make this the line art. And as you guys can see, I already got the sketch out of the way, so all that's left is everything else. I'm very tired right now. It's not even funny. I'm just glad to be here. Yeah. I'll just say it again for those who just joined us, but if you guys are wondering about my hand, there are still burns on it, but the blisters are gone, and I can wiggle it around more freely. I just have to keep it covered, and, you know, I have to keep using the Neosporin to, you know, make sure none of the wounds scab over. I think it's almost ready to peel off. I know it sounds gross, but it's part of the process. Like, I got, like... It's weird. I told you guys this before, but, I essentially got what are essentially 1.5 degree burns. It's like in a weird middle phase of a 1st degree burn and a 2nd degree burn. Like, I got the blisters that are characteristic of second-degree burns, but this isn't really taking an absurdly long time to heal over. In fact, this is just after 1 week of healing, that they're all just like gone, and all that's left are like the red splotches. Yeah, like I'm not sure that's a thing in like normal medical terms, but I guess I must have a selective healing factor like Wolverine. No, more like Spider-Man. He's got a good healing factor, but it's not Wolverine levels of amazing. Although, because of that, I'm now kind of afraid to cook with oils again. Just because of how poorly, last time went. It's like every time I see someone splash something on the pan, I get like phantom pains. It's freaky. And I don't quite appreciate that.
Phantom pains?
When I say that, I actually mean I feel the pain as if it's actually happening to me. Again.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the video game.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like you see that stuff splashed, you just think in your mind, whoa.
I mean, that's kind of what my reaction was when I got burned. I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to know the full thing, like, I backed away. I did the that Peter Griffin is known for, and I just sort of kind of laughed the pain off. I mean, of course, I took care of it immediately, like as it happened. Like I went to the sink to, you know, drench my hand with cold water, because that's what you're supposed to do when you get burns. Like, huh? Oh, thank you for resubscribing. 10 months in a row, Big Mac. Yeah, good to be back. Yeah, business as usual, right? That being said, since I am working on a commission, Mr. Maniac here actually commissioned me to do something, but, we'll work towards that, as the weeks go on. But, yeah, like, I was ready to get back to streaming, after a certain point, and, like, I wanted to take care of my hand to make sure it's the best it can be, but, during the process, I had to be, like, really ginger with my hand. I couldn't really, work with it too much. Although, as the days went on, I started, you know, getting, more dexterous with it, and I had to, rely on less wrapping and things like that, but, yeah. I still have to cover it up. I still have to use Neosporin, but at this point, this hand is pretty much usable again. In fact, like, right now, as I'm, like, inputting, like, the key commands, yeah. I'm also using this, wrapper I got from Amazon. Sorry, gauze I got from Amazon. And it works like a dream. It's really flexible and really, really soft. All I'll say about it is a bit of an inside joke. Yeah, Crystal says to you, Brian, I got to see Sonic 2 last week. Don't worry, I won't spoil the movie, but I understand why you, Ryan, and Danny were screaming on Twitter that I had the same reaction myself.
Yeah.
I wish I saw Sonic 2. But, yeah. Like, I have no doubt it's a good movie, and I'm glad it's a good movie. I just hope that at a certain point, if we get another video game movie, we won't have it take place in the real world again, because that's the reason why so many other video game movies failed. Like, just because it worked in Sonic's 1 and 2 doesn't mean it'll work with, like, I don't know, Mario.
Yeah, let's see how that Mario movie pans out, you know. And not having the highest hopes considering the company behind it.
Yeah, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the company either, because, you know, all the movies they made were dog shit.
Well, I wouldn't say all of Illumination's stuff
I didn't say all of it.
I thought I heard you say all of it.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Words suck. What I was trying to say is not all of them suck, but a good portion of them do.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, yes, most of the movies suck. And Boone gets on my case for word choice. Like, sometimes, I think of something, and then that comes out instead of the thing I intended. It's like, I'm not saying the shit on purpose. Yes, I know this spell works that way. Stop adding me. Anyway, yeah, I'm, like, if the Mario movie is good, it's good. If it's not, I won't be shocked.
Jack Black is Bowser, though. I do approve of that.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else, fuck. Okay, so while I try to remember what I was gonna say, Xenoblade 3, yes, the ruler of Keves is definitely Melia. We heard her talk. I know my wife's voice anywhere. On that note, I'm excited for the story of Xenoblade 3. I'm terrified for everything else purely because of one thing. And if you guys are wondering what that one thing is, they pushed the release date back. Instead of September, it's gonna release in July. Or, wait. Hang on. September... October... yeah, 2 months back. I know there's a J in there. Hang on, I'm an idiot. I need to actually look at the calendar for this. Like, that's how bad I am with numbers. Yeah, July. Like, I hope this doesn't mean what I think it means. It's either, oh, we got more, production done than we thought, so, you know what? We feel comfortable pushing the date back. And it better not be a situation where it's like, hey, get this out there, or else you're not gonna make money, Monolith Soft. Do your jobs, even at
you
the context.
You won't work in this town again!
Which I don't think makes sense for Nintendo, because, if you guys know anything about, what happened, with Mercury Steam and the production Metroid Dread, on the Nintendo side of things, they were really supportive of all the employees, while the execs over at Mercury Steam couldn't care less what happened to their workers. In fact, Nintendo encouraged them to, like, take breaks. So I guess with that in mind, there's a bit of a silver lining, but I'm also worried, well, okay, this better not be the Sonic 06 of Xenoblade games.
I don't think we have to worry about any necrophilia here.
Oh, but yeah, I got to see Sonic and Turning Red because I kept seeing spoilers on social media, and I heard from friends that those movies were good. Yeah, Xenoblade 3 is coming in July, not September. Now what am I gonna celebrate? Now what am I gonna celebrate on my birth month? Yeah, a lot of games are coming out in July, I noticed. Like, Klonoa being one of them.
Yeah.
And before you guys asked, yes, Brian did say, this better not take away from my boy Klonoa, and I basically said, fuck you, don't talk about my Xenoblade that way.
I will be petty.
Well, I'll be petty too.
Like, we'll both be petty.
we are Tom Petty. His parents must have hated him. Oh, Call. Have you guys watched The Batman yet? No, but more and more I'm starting I'm starting to notice that a lot of people like this movie, and turns out they handled Bruce better than I thought they would. Because I remembered someone saying that, oh, they made Batman insane in this movie, and I'm like, why? He was never insane. um.
Yeah, CC.
Although now I can't. Oh, anyway. Although I can't think of Nirvana's "Something in the Way" without thinking of Okay, I'm just gonna say it and give you guys context. Something in my ass. Like, I can't unhear it because I saw it once in the meme compilation and I never stopped thinking about it. So the song is ruined for me. I mean, that being said, the song itself is fine, like Nirvana, Something in the Way, but it's a little too low-key for my tastes, and I actually kind of like, you know, songs that are, you know, not as high octane. They're not my preference, but I do like some that are, like, more relaxing. But I think Nirvana is, like, on the same level as 21 Guns, as in it's, like, it's kind of too boring. I think it's because of the repetition of the lyrics, and, like, how none of the the singer doesn't sound enthused whatsoever. It's like, why am I doing this? I'm sure thematically it fits well with the movie, but by itself, at least it wasn't like what happened on September in 2002, where Kingdom Hearts was released on the same week as Sly Cooper 1, and yet Sly Cooper was fine. Wait, Heaton disagrees with you, Jordan. So does Batman. Heaton can eat my shorts. I think the Punisher's insane, and she's willing to justify the fuck out of him, so I'm gonna justify the fuck out of Batman. We're different people. We have our own opinions.
Also, god damn it, why are things lining specifically for me in the month of July?
Because I don't know why.
Because I just saw on Twitter, this is huge. There will be an early showcase of episode 1 from season 6 of the My Hero Academia anime at the Hero Festival event, and the date is July 24th, 2022.
Oh, man.
All this shit happening in July, and Shulk is trending.
Oh, wait, he is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it, like, just general things again, or...?
Yeah, it's people talking about Xenoblade 3.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, you know, considering how long-lived Hyentians are, or at least Melia's generation of Hyentians are. So it wouldn't surprise me if Melia ended up outliving all of her friends.
Yeah.
It's a sad thought, but, you know, that's just her biology. But God, she looks beautiful. Like, I can't wait when she and Nia finally take off their masks, because we all know who they are. And again, Melia spoke in the trailer, and I know my wife's voice anywhere. Both, just so you guys know, I will buy both Klonoa and Xenoblade 3, and maybe there will be fan art of it. I mean, look what happened to Animal Crossing and Doom. I mean, yeah, you know what? I think that would be I think that would be really cool, honestly.
Shulk just looks at Klonoa. This is a weird looking
No. Like, Noah and Klonoa. Klonoa! It's perfect! God. Yes! Yeah, okay, this needs to happen.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Noah just looks down at Klonoa and is like, this is a weird looking Nopon.
Yeah. Where do you come from, little Nopon? Sorry, your accent's rather heavy. Could you say that, could you repeat that a little slower, please? I see. But yeah, this kind of puts a wrench in my Xenoblade 2 plans, because I did promise that after Majora's Mask, I was going to stream Xenoblade 2 just so we're ready for it when it comes, but, well, with my hand getting burned, and with how long Xenoblade 2 is, including side quests, I don't think I'd be able to finish in time. I mean, hey, I could just, like, stream Xenoblade 3 and go back to 2 later, just to, you know, give it more spite.
I can't believe it. Pyra burned your hand to stop you from playing Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, because she loves me. I hurt you. I'm hurting you because I love you. Yeah, Pyra was trying to tell me something. I think I should listen to her. I mean, would have been better than Mithra. She probably would have made me into Two-Face. Like, she finally had enough with all of my insults.
It's like, you're gonna stop right there.
Oh, apparently Matt Reeves was influenced by the Arkham games when making the Batman. Yeah, I actually saw a clip of, like, Bruce in the Iceberg Lounge when he's, like, you know, fighting all those goons. Like, some of the moves, like, down to him stealing the bat and then using it as a weapon temporarily on the guy that was trying to use it against him, was straight out of Arkham. I loved it. Really well filmed fight scene. And I believe we talked about this before, Big Mac. But I know you said Heaton thinks Batman's crazy. What do you think? Are you just regurgitating what Heaton is thinking, or do you believe it too? Like, I'm not asking out of malice. I'm curious. I can't believe I came up with this idea. Now I want Klonoa and Xenoblade fan art. So do I. Like, there shall be no hate for either of them.
Yeah.
Not even from you, Brian, please. Like, I understand you want Klonoa to be famous. I want him to be famous too. But don't blame something... someone else for accidentally taking the limelight if it happens. I believe what Batman said about himself. What do you mean? Are you referring to his answer when Jason asked, why won't you kill people? Is it just not within your code to do it? It's too hard to cross that line. And then he says, no, because it'd be too damn easy. And if I do that, if I allow myself to go down into that place, I'll never come back. I don't really think that's him saying he's insane, or admitting he's insane, but rather, I know how easy it is to get caught up in revenge, and I'm not willing to take that risk, even for a single moment.
There is another line that I believe he says somewhere within the Justice League.
Yeah?
Where, I believe he's dealing with a guy who's able to enter into his mind if he falls asleep.
And yeah. And he spent the entire episode, you know, depriving himself, basically.
Yeah, and then he says, and then the guy tells him, "You're making a mistake, Batman. The closer I get to my subject, the stronger the connection I make. Soon, I will be able to enter your mind even when you're fully awake." And then he says, "My mind's not a nice place to be."
That could mean a lot of things. I think it just refers to the fact that, you know, he's still looping the day when his parents died in his head, because, well, that's how trauma works. That doesn't make you insane. It just means that you're still grieving. Like, would you call someone like that insane? I don't think it would, because honestly that's kind of offensive if you think that way, but If not, then what's your logic?
Bagman says, in Arkham Asylum, a serious house on serious Earth, Batman says that he is almost as crazy as some of the inmates in Arkham Asylum.
Okay, but that's one story, alright? While a good story at that, whether or not it's canon is, up to you. Your mileage may vary on that, because there's plenty of stories out there, universes out there, where, Bruce is insane, but he's really good at managing himself. Vice versa. He was never crazy. The worst he can be is, a workaholic. And, detached, because that's what trauma does to people. It fucking alters you. And it makes it hard for you to make connections. Like, so, in that respect, I totally understand Bruce's mentality. Because, tragedy can be a powerful motivator. Exact words from a choice you can make in Telltale's Batman, for the record. I just finished rewatching that. And, say what you will about Telltale, I think it's a shitty company that shouldn't have ever resurrected, but, their take on Batman was pretty good. I would say for the first game. For The Enemy Within, they kind of dropped the ball because you could tell that they were on a time crunch in certain places. And it was also on the eve of them getting shut down. All stories of Batman are canon in the DC multiverse. I understand it too. Okay. I mean, if you think of it like that, then that kind of makes the narrative a little muddled because, well, DC prides itself on resetting after a few years. So there's a new continuity with, elements of the past, but, they're ultimately their own thing. So, yeah, in the Golden Age, Batman did carry a gun, but that doesn't mean he carries a gun now, because him having hatred for the weapon is so ingrained into his character and his philosophy that most people don't think of him as being a gun-toting anti-hero anymore. Because we're so used to seeing one interpretation of him. But for something like Marvel, it's on a continuous timeline, and, well, the main universe is. It has its own offshoots on, different Earths. Similar to DC, but the difference between them is that the main universe is still going. DC reboots its main universe, every few years. So Captain America having a human head strapped in his chest is a thing that happened in the past, and just no one decides... they just decided to not talk about it anymore. Similarly, Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus, well, Dr. Octopus swapped his body with Peter Parker, who died in his body, and then he became Spider-Man for a while. That's canon, unfortunately. Which, on the flip side of Spider-Man, yeah, he legitimately sold his marriage to the devil just to save Aunt May's life. That's a thing that happened.
Because why not?
It's like, you sold your marriage to the devil? That's so lame. Oh, also the same in Max games. I'm glad there's some ex-Telltale employees remastering the games. Okay. So I have a question since E3 is canceled for this year. Do you guys think we might get a Nintendo Direct, State of Play, or any game-related announcements during the summer? Like, maybe late June or early July or something? It wouldn't surprise me. It'd be nice. I would say it's definitely in the cards. So maybe not the convention, maybe not a convention, but definitely presentations, done in the studio and in safe distance. What do you think, Brian? That, since E3 isn't happening this year.
I think we're just probably going to get... I think we're just going to get like the regular directs that we've been getting just from like the different studios.
Yeah. Which, until we find a way to, safely travel the world, even with the virus in mind, that's how it's gonna be. Honestly, I kind of like it. It means you don't have to necessarily travel to know what's going on. Oh, hey, Jen. Mr. Mxyzptlk exists as a single being across the DC multiverse. That's confusing. And he can perceive the past, present, and future simultaneously. I forgot how weird that character was. Which reminds me, Gilbert Gottfried used to voice him in Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Okay. In the way of line art, did I get everything? Did I get him? Tell him I got him. Tell me I got him. What you got was on my nerves.
I threw a rock at him.
Wow, we referenced two different superheroes. I was referencing Spider-Man, you referenced Batman. Which is actually true, because Batman was actually disguised as Killer Croc during that episode.
Yeah, it was a big rock.
It was a big rock. It's I don't know about you, but I feel like we reference that every single stream.
It's so good.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Colors. In non-powered form, he's Caucasian with brown hair. Powered form, he's silver with dark gray hair. Okay.
Oh God, I'm just remembering Max or some incorrect summary of Metal Gear Rising when describing Senator Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like at the beginning of the beginning of the videos. He describes it as Raiden has to stop the senator from becoming black.
Oh, but to answer your question, Big Mac, yeah, Laszlo Valentine, Professor Pig, he is freaky and I don't like him. He makes me uncomfortable, which I understand is the point, but they do a good job with him by making him unsettling as fuck. For those of you who don't know who Professor Pig is, or Laszlo Valentine as a civilian identity is known, he is basically a failed plastic surgeon who, in his insanity, is on a quest to make the perfect being. So, he does this in the form of his Dolatrons. They can't feel pain, they can't react, they can't feel emotions, they can't express themselves. All they do is follow under his commands. And, he seems to also have an obsession of making himself throw up. To the point when, in Arkham Knight, when you take him down, after that really ghastly, string of side quests, where you find all these bodies with different, parts of their bodies all mangled up and removed. Batman basically tells him, "You got issues, Valentine." To add on to that, Big Mac says, an obsessive perfectionist, Pig used identity-destroying drugs and invasive surgery on his victims to create genderless lobotomized humans known as Dolatrons. Oh yeah, he also makes pig sounds, that's right. And at least in Arkham Knight, he also sings really bad opera.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get my din-dins and then I'm gonna go out and get ice cream.
Yeah, okay, I'd probably run away from that too. Catch you later.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay. Um, Brian, you bringing up Metal Gear, that gave me a dumb meme idea. Nice opinion, Strahd. Why don't you back it up with a source? Strahd. My sources, I made it the fuck up. Oh, we lost Crystal too. Oops. Ooh. Wrong layer. Okay, we'll at least keep this up to give us a guide for where to put the metal parts. Yeah. Everyone is dying! The inspiration came from the song Pygmalism. Huh. You know, I'm rather familiar with Professor Pig, not because of the comics, but rather, knowing, or rather, from the fact that he was a major villain in, the short-lived, cartoon, Beware the Batman, the CGI one on Cartoon Network. Back when they were, doing DC Nation. I knew him from there, but even then I didn't really know what his goal was. And then Arkham Knight came around and I was like, oh no. Hang on. There we go. Welcome back, Crystal. Have you recovered from your short-lived trauma of hearing Professor Pigs's MO? Grant Morrison created Pig to be the weirdest and most insane villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery. Mission accomplished, Grant Morrison. You succeeded. Yeah, also, I just needed to check my parents on something because we needed the air conditioner on. Oh, yeah. For those who may have missed it too, in the Discord, I did make something in the voice channels known as Private Party and the Private Party Call. So this is for the subs if, like, if I'm away, you guys still want to hang out with each other. So, Mr. Maniac was actually playing Rivals of Ether, was it, earlier? So, yeah, this is your guys' official hangout spot. Should you so desire to use it. Although on streaming days, if I haven't made an announcement, I will likely pop in, you know, towards the time when I'm beginning to stream and say, hey guys, I'm about to stream, so if you wanna join, best wrap up what you're doing now, or something like that. Probably something more elegantly put than that. I heard a door. DM, how is the door ajar? Wild magic. Wild magic surge. Oh, and speaking of superheroes, I got to watch Moon Knight finally. I'm only up to 3 episodes now. Oh, cool. Yeah, like, I've been seeing clips of it here. I've been seeing clips of it here and there. It looks really interesting. Can you tell me the verdict so far, Crystal? Have you considered watching Spy Family? Honestly, it doesn't really seem like for me. It doesn't really seem, for me, but, I will say, Anya is cute. Like, easily one of the best, child characters we've had so far, in recent memory. But, yeah, I can't really speak for Brian, but for me, nah. But, again, that's just because I'm not into, slice of life-ish stories. Or if it's not that, I still don't think, I still don't think I'm gonna be easily convinced to watch it. You know. Protect Anya from lolicons. Yes. Also, destroy every lolicon in sight. They have forfeited their right to exist. Their souls are forfeit. Actually, considering this half is going to be metalized, yeah, we'll just focus on this eye for now. I have an idea. I think it was interesting. I just felt sorry for Steven due to having to deal with DID. Yeah, the thing with Moon Knight is that he has alters. And for those of you unfamiliar with DID, dissociative identity disorder, or multiple personality disorder as it's sometimes called, is that these people are what are known as alters, or alternate personalities. Identities with complete histories behind them, and they have their own history. So the main identity for Moon Knight, for example, is considered to be Mark Spector. He's the mercenary and the basic expert on combat. And there's also his alter Steven, a guy with a British accent, a simple gift shop owner, at least in the way of the MCU show. And he's kind of a bumbling sweetheart from what I can tell. Is that accurate, Crystal? Well, either way, when he does assume his identity, he's a bit more classy, and poor guy is just like trying to understand what the fuck is going on, and I feel so bad for him, and that makes him endearing. Um, like from what I can, the best I can tell, they're really doing a good job handling such a complex mental disorder like DID in Moon Knight, and uh, the best part about it too is all the identities are communicating with each other, and that's just that's just really cool. Um, Although, I will have to say, for those of you unfamiliar with how DID works, um, switching personalities is kind of a painful experience for people with the condition. Um, so I don't want to see any of you guys going up to someone and say, "Hey, can you be this person?" Because for one thing, that's not cool, and two, um, there's also a big chance that the personality doesn't want to come out, or if they do come out, they're not willing to let someone else take the driver's seat, as it were. So try not to goad people with DID, please, because they're people too. I do have two favorite parts, but again, I don't want to spoil it. And I think Harvey also suffers from this too, right? Oh, Harvey Dent? Yeah, to a point. So I'll give you an example from Batman the Animated Series. So, Harvey Dent in that show, does have another personality in the form of Big Bad Harv. So unlike Harvey Dent, who is, an upstanding gentleman, someone reliable to count on, as well as being the district attorney of Gotham City, and well on his way to, great things. One day, Big Bad Harv came back up to the surface and started, making things difficult for him. Essentially, it was the result of a childhood trauma. And in contrast to Harvey Dent, Big Bad Harv is, well, cold-hearted, ruthless, willing to murder anyone to get what he wants. And both of them are obsessed with the idea of chance and duality. Anything with twos, basically, or chances, which, hence why the coin exists, which, at least in the context of Batman the Animated Series, was Big Bad Harv's tick. He would always be seen flipping his silver dollar around. And he relies on it to make his decisions. Without it, he completely loses his mind, which well, the Telltale Batman does well too. Although I would argue that Travis Willingham's performance as Harvey Dent is super terrifying. Like, it's crazy how low that dude can make his voice. And I'd show you, I think I'll show you guys an example of it, but, first things first, gotta get this looking right. Yeah, so we'll use this as a base color. There's actually a really good moment in Telltale's Batman as well when, you know, at the height of, well, Two-Face coming to the surface, Harvey is just apologizing over and over for, almost hurting, Bruce and Selina, where, he was saying, I'm sorry, I'll go. And then suddenly Two-Face says, go back with your tail between your legs. And Harvey just leaps back, surprised, that, he just went out and said it like that. And that made him distance himself even more. Like, it was super hard to watch. Okay, so let's save this. And then we're gonna pause the music. So Harvey actually becomes Two-Face, depending on your choices. You know, it doesn't matter what you choose. He becomes a version of Two-Face. I prefer, the version of Two-Face where, he doesn't get his face scarred, but he does become a lot more paranoid, and that's when the personality surfaces. Okay, let's see here. I'll show you guys what happens. No, 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 no. Do not play. Ad, do not play. Don't do that. Okay. So, just gonna share the screen real quick. I'm almost done. Ba 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 ba. Here we go.
Oh, Mr. Wayne, welcome. You can go on in. I'm back. Yes, that's right. The back tire. I'll need a rental in the meantime.
Harvey?
Back here, Bruce. Take a seat. I'll be right out.
Take a wild guess who's voicing Bruce here.
Stop. You have to stop.
You need some help back there?
No, I'm fine. Well, it's as good as it's gonna get. You know, Bruce, I've been looking forward to this my entire career.
If you need to look away,
Harvey Dent
it gets
takes
pretty
his
gory.
official portrait as mayor of Gotham. And he looks like this. I'm glad you survived the trip up here, Bruce. You want to tell me what's going on? I didn't keep you waiting that long, did I?
I just found out Wayne Tech is compromised. The children of Arkham are using it to track the GCPD. You could be next.
But Wayne Tech is everywhere. If they can hack into it...
That's why they have to be stopped.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Bruce. Damn it! Those children of Ark can jump me. God, it's only getting worse. It's out of control. I can't stop it.
Well, Harvey, you drew attention to yourself with that speech. You need to be more careful.
Careful is what got us into this mess. Harvey Dent does everything by the book, to the letter of the law. But that isn't working. Sure it is. He's turning things around. Barely. Slowly. I'd like to see you do better. Watch me. How are you gonna fix this mess? Simple. Easy. Curfews after dark, checkpoints at every bridge, mandatory identification cards, 24/7 video surveillance.
You're acting strange, Harvey.
This whole city's acting strange. Sorry about that, Bruce. I guess I got a little lost there. I'm probably not getting enough sleep these days. Stress. It's just the stress. Sure it is.
Did you really mean all that? What you said?
Mr. Dent? The photographer's ready for you.
Thank you, Deborah. I'll be right out. Please, Bruce. Don't tell anyone about this. If anyone finds out or thinks I'm not fit to be mayor, it's all over. Everything I've worked for.
Your secret's safe with me, Harvey.
Thanks, Bruce. I owe you. Again. Again and again. See you around, Bruce.
And it only gets worse. But yeah, see what I mean? By me thinking that Travis Willingham really seems to reach the depraved nature of Two-Face. Like, holy shit. Like, I can only just barely reach that octave. Like, Harvey Dent does everything but... Yeah, see, I can't do it. Travis Willingham is too good. And that guy's the CEO of Critical Role. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5 fingers. That looked like 6 at this angle. Okay. But yeah, Telltale Harvey is probably one of my favorite interpretations of the character because, well, in the context of the game, yeah, he actually starts out as really good friends with Bruce. But, you know, the minute Two-Face comes into the picture, that all falls apart. And again, it's like, you don't want him to turn out like this, but, well, it's a Batman story. Wait. Huh? What? Music? Hey! Music! We're probably due for changing the soundtrack anyway. And the music just died on me. There we go. right. Yo, tablet, don't freak out on me. There you go. What is my tablet doing? Hang on. Tablet? There you go. Sheesh. Tablet, don't be like Connor. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I totally forgot about Connor. I still need to initialize him. Like, seriously. Funny how I keep forgetting that. All right, and then contrast. Aha, there we go. Yeah, for some reason it's hitching on me. Okay, maybe we don't need multiply. Glow? Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's a touch too bright. At least in some places. Right. You're right, I do. Need to blend in those rough spots. Oh, fuck. Hi. Welcome back.
So, I just saw Mithra get dunked by Zerasu.
Heh. Funny.
And then Samus got dunked by Palu.
Not funny. I showed the chat Telltale's version of Two-Face, and scary.
Yeah, I was watching that. I just didn't unmute because I was having my ice cream.
Oh, okay. What flavor did you have?
Vanilla, because I'm basic as shit.
No, vanilla's delicious, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If they want to call you basic for enjoying a flavor, fine. They're wrong. But anyway, what did you think?
Yeah, he definitely unhinged.
Yeah. And the reason, again, why I think Telltale's version of Two-Face is really good is because, well, you got to know the guy first, which, to a point, the animated series did as well, but I feel like we didn't really touch upon, Bruce Wayne's friendship with Harvey Dent very much in the animated series because, they kind of did the sin that Attack of the Clones did, where they just basically said, we're friends, and then did nothing with it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got with animated series Harvey. Like, I felt bad for him because, he had this woman that he was set to marry, Grace. I felt, I guess in a way, I felt more bad for Grace than I did just exclusively for Harvey. But yeah, I probably would have felt a bit more strongly about their friendship if they actually had a friendship to begin with. But nah. The Telltale version, no, they're definitely friends. Like, you can tell how close they are, because, as soon as they drop all the, as soon as they stop standing on ceremony, during, Harvey's event at Wayne Manor during the first episode of the season, Harvey just basically sits Bruce down and asks him, "Where were you? Oh my god, dude! I had to carry this whole thing myself!" Basically.
If it lands face up, you go splat. If it face down, you just break every bone in your body.
That being said, Two-Face kind of, sort of devolved, as the animated series went on. In fact, in Season 4, he assumed a third persona, the Judge, where, it's sort of like, in a very bizarre way, the best of both worlds of Harvey Dent and Two-Face. So, the Judge believes in justice, but in such a way that that he plays as judge, jury, and executioner. He even has a sword, to reference the Sword of Justice. And by the time that, we realize that, oh, it's just another personality Harvey created, we just see the guy, like, completely, just, degrading when he was back in Arkham. Like, God, like, could they really not give this poor man treatment?
No.
Whereas I will say in the Telltale version, it's a bit more annoying because, I won't get into it, but there's a huge plot point in the game where, Bruce was affected, by this, sort of substance, that was affecting everybody. And, when he was synthesizing a cure for himself, Alfred's like, hey, we could cure others, with this knowledge. And he's like, nah, I wish that were possible. This thing's only coded to my DNA. So, to have it work on other people, we're gonna have to, like, track down every person who's been affected by this drug and then make an antidote specifically for them, and that would take too long. Given how important Harvey Dent is to Gotham, why wouldn't he be one of the first people you give the thing to? That would completely remove Two-Face. Like, Harvey would be cured. Why didn't you do that, you dimwit?
Because we need to cure Batman first.
And by cure Batman first, you mean only cure Batman and no one else.
Batman is most important.
Thank God Troy Baker didn't put on that voice in that game. It's like, without a scratch. So far, that doesn't belong to you. Why do you sound like that? You broke the law. Here I am.
I smoked a lot of Marlboro back in my day.
Don't you know never to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. Yes, put you in a cage. Seriously, you've got to get a throat lozenge for that. Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Are you choking, Bruce?
No. This is my normal voice.
No, it isn't. I refuse to accept it.
Oh, a missed opportunity they could have done for Telltale's Batman is, Troy Baker can just be Bruce Wayne, while his Batman voice is Kevin Conroy. I mean, it's synthesized to sound deeper, so why not synthesize it to sound like a completely different person? I mean, it probably would test people's suspension of disbelief, but it'd be cool to have two different Batmen in this game. It's like, as soon as he flips the switch, he suddenly sounds like Kevin Conroy. Hello, Grandma. I need to sell your television.
Oh shit, I accidentally set it to Christian Bale.
Alfred, help me.
Alfred.
Yeah. That's one of the many lines that I remember fondly, well, not fondly, because I keep making fun of it, of Christian Bale's Batman. In, like, Batman Begins, when he was, like, he was seriously hurt, and he was calling Alfred. It sounds like he was saying, Alfred, help me! Help me!
Okay.
If Batman Beyond were less serious, Bruce would probably start thinking more like a bat than a man. There is no more man. I mean, the man is gone. Now there is only Bat. God, that'd be a sad existence for Terry. He's just looking after this decrepit Bruce Wayne who is just acting more animalistic. And Batman Beyond is already dark, so this is nothing new. Yeah, not a lot of people talk about this, but Batman Beyond is darker than the animated series. Like, there's, like, illegal dogfight matches, and, drug trades, and kids doing drugs, pedophilia. Or alleged pedophilia. In the very first episode, no less. Like, Batman Beyond didn't fuck around, and I loved it for that. Oh, and to contrast Terry further from Bruce, whereas Bruce has a no-killing rule, Terry forgoes that. But the strange thing is, Bruce doesn't really condemn him for it. Oh, what's the giggling? Oh, memes? see.
Team 4-Star uploaded JoJo Stardust Crusaders Part 2 in 9 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ulysses showed up and he's like, no, we're skipping you.
Yeah. Oh, that was your meme, Mr. Maniac. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. Also, Danny posted more images of her doing hoop stuff.
Hey, Chen Zard, welcome. Alright, here it is. It's been a while. But I am finally back. My hand isn't completely healed yet, but, I can do stuff with it a little easier now. So, we're back to our regularly scheduled streams. What is it now? Grandma, I need to buy your chair.
So, they just did the Darby bit. Fucking Avdol's like, Jotaro, be careful. He spells go with an X. The rules mean nothing to him.
Oh, God.
And then he says, I lay down 2 pairs. I summon Exodia, the forbidden one. What?
I dread to hear Heaton's response to me saying that she can eat my shorts. Like, I just thought of that. It's like, what have I done? I've given Heaton fire to work with. It's like, yeah, I get why Frank Castle does what he does, but I still think he's fucking crazy for it. Well, okay. Not crazy as in psycho, but more as in... Dude's gotta be doing this for a different reason. I think he wants to be taken out. He's just... It's just, well, to quote Alucard, his mission is just history's longest suicide note. Although, I will give him this. He kills every pedo he sees. And I praise him for it. Well, was that too was that too dark?
Polnareff going up the infinite stairs in Mario 64.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can picture it. Oh, honestly, another funny line from Frank Castle or Punisher in the Daredevil show is when Daredevil was, asking him the question, "What if someone decides that you need to die and they come after you, huh?" And then Frank just replies with, well, I'll tell you what, they better not fucking miss. It's like, wow. Brave. Probably not the right word for it, but yeah. It's just like, that's actually a really good rebuttal. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm having way too much fun coloring in the metal the metal parts. Wait, Twitch, what happened? What did Twitch do to you, Crystal? Do I need to fight it? Do I need to fight the company I'm affiliated with?
Maybe.
I was checking something and the Twitch app kicked me off. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. Hey, Twitch, we're throwing hands. Come on, put up your dukes. Come on.
The Twitch just walks up to you and is like, oh, you want to throw hands? All right, catch it as they throw you a pink slip.
Huh? Okie dokie. I've never heard you wheeze laugh this much before. Holy shit.
Iggy lives!
Iggy lives, yay!
Iggy lived, and he killed Dio.
Yay!
That was for Daddy.
Okay. I think in the way of the metal parts, that's as good as it's gonna get.
It's like, wait, how do I know you're not just Dio? You have a 6-year-old uncle! You're gonna buy me a PS5 or I'm telling Grandma. You piece of shit!
Wait, six-year-old uncle?
Josuke.
Ah! I forgot about that! I didn't want to remember that.
No, the plane exploded.
Of course it did. They were on the plane.
It's like, damn it, Joseph.
More like the entire Joestar bloodline. Like, planes have it out for them. Wait a minute, is it because they were originally from, you know, a certain point in history and they didn't like how they survived into the modern day?
Maybe.
Because so that is one hell of a curse. And quite a specific one too. Oh, and the rest of my tax refund got back to me. I now have $3,000 in total in my bank account. So I am pretty much back in a safe area. Well, safe-ish. Better than I was.
Oh yeah, how about Santa getting remasters?
Oh yeah, Sonic Origins. Did you guys see the trailers? Or blah, 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 blah. Trailers. No, trailer. Did you guys see the trailer? Because they really, it seems that they really put their time into this one. Like, not only are we able to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in all of the games, but, we're also getting, like, full-blown cinematics. Like, how cool is that?
And look, Ted, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is now one game, as it's always been.
But I hate Sonic Forces.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because shut up. Shut up is not a reason, it's an excuse.
Okay, Roxas.
You know, I keep quoting Johnny on that to this very day because it's such... It's so true. If the only rebuttal you can give in an argument is fuck you, like say, hey, why don't you like this thing? And your only response is fuck you. It's like, that's not a reason, that's an excuse.
It's like, oh, so you don't actually have a reason. Well, good thing I don't need to listen to you, no reason, man.
Blockadoo!
You are white noise.
And that's all you'll ever be. White noise. Why are you still standing here, making your little noises? Get out before I slit you down the middle and bite out your heart.
Yeesh, I mean, I wasn't gonna go that far.
Dracula said it, not me.
And then Dracula was defeated by the Batman.
Ba 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 ba. He was defeated by the Batman, who was voiced by a Spider-Man. Yeah, Reno Romano.
I'm the Batman in your dust.
I will say this in hindsight, I always felt Reno's Batman voice is a bit too soft still. Like, still really good. But he was, I don't know, he was just a bit too soft for me. And, you know, since the show is, like, long over, I can finally say this. I hate the way Bruce Wayne looks in that show. He looks like a caveman, I'm sorry. Like, his forehead is too square, I hate it.
Face it, Firefly. You've been burned.
Although I will say, the intro theme is pretty badass. Like, the main theme of the Batman cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
It sucks that we have to distinguish the two different The Batmans now.
Yeah.
Like, did you mean the 2022 movie, or did you mean the cartoon, like, back in 2000, what, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Oh, shades.
Yep. That's an emo from Heaton.
Yeah, I thought it was her. I just wasn't sure because it was small. Like my dick. I don't know. I really don't know where I was going with that. Disregard what I said.
Nope, it's written in history forever.
Why do I open my mouth?
Oh my god, it's in the history books!
Yeah, if you see Jordan Burke in the history books, you see his name, you see his photo with the text right underneath it, reading, it's small, just like my dick. Oh, I don't know why, but I was really proud of the fan art I made of the SNG gang, Doki Doki Needle Geeks and Spiffy Trouble. No, like, you don't need a reason to feel proud. If you feel proud of what you've done, own it. Like, that's cool. Actually, Channon Zard, I think you're one of, hang on, let me double check here. Because I don't think you're in our Discord server. If you were, that would, probably, help you keep better tabs on when a stream is happening. So if you want to join and, get extra perks, that'd be cool. What pants to give this guy? I think green pants. Oh god, I just got reminded of this, I just got reminded of this, one YTP about Heavy Rain. I think Deeper Cut made it, and for some reason, Gordy Kramer was watching the TV, and then on it, Ethan suddenly said green pants. And that was enough to get, Scott Shelby laughing. It's like, he did a massive inhale and then he chuckled. I guess that's another thing we can watch if there's another time-sensitive thing in Majora's Mask. Hang on. Let me, first things first, let me look up how long the YTP is. I just had to find it first, first and foremost. I don't remember the exact title. Like, it's impossible to find old YTPs if you don't know the title of them. Like, that's happened to me. Okay. Okay. I'm not really a fan of the title because it didn't age well at all, but it's titled Ethan Mars is Gay. Yeah, by Deeper Cut. It's 14 minutes long.
That's a long poop.
Was that intentional?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I have one for the history books.
Yeah. Hell, if you see Realm Wars' picture, you see the quote you see a quote underneath that reads, "That's a long poop." Anyway. For any new viewers who would like to join our Discord, so you can see some artworks from me while also knowing when the next stream is going to be on a sooner basis than most, then by all means join. I'll just have to verify you to make sure that you're 18 or older, because if you're below that, then you're not gonna join the Discord because, well, you're a kid and you need to grow up.
My mommy says I'm all grown up.
Yeah, well, your mommy's wrong. Sorry. Yeah, grown-ups don't do that. What you just did right there, grown-ups don't do that, Tucker.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the people on Twitter?
I mean, actual grown-ups who are actual grown-ups, not imitators. And what I mean by that is people who don't lie, steal, cheat, or, bully children over a silly movie. Or a game. That was, initially intended for a younger audience anyway.
Or people who say that Growing Red needs to make references to 9/11.
Mr. Enter, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Mr. Enter. Never come back to the internet again. Shut the fuck up. Your opinion is shit, and you need to go off of the internet and touch grass. Don't come back until you've finished your pilgrimage and become a better man.
And you know the sad thing too, Jordan, is that's not even the only bad take from that review.
Oh my god, it's not. He has more bad takes?
Yeah, he also said that he feels that the anime aesthetic doesn't work being set in the year 2002 because anime wasn't as big back then.
Are you fucking kidding me? Anime was just getting popular around that time. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like someone has not heard of. It's like someone forgot what Toonami was.
Yeah, Mr. Enter, what's your damage?
I mean, besides being an anti-masker.
That's actually true, guys. He is an anti-masker.
Yeah.
Just when you're thinking of reasons to not watch Mr. Enter or completely disregard him as a content creator, he's an anti-masker. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's Republican garbage. And before anyone jumps on my ass, no, there are good Republicans out there. It's just the minority is so fucking... the minority who aren't good people are so fucking loud. So I refer to them as Republican garbage.
Some would even consider the term fuckboys.
Yeah, exactly. That too. Actually, fuckboy is way more preferable.
Hello, fuckboy.
Yeah, Crystal, you my thoughts exactly. Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, Cowboy Bebop, Pokemon. Yeah, like, Enter, did you just forget? Because I'm pretty sure you were around when, those were being televised, right?
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah! Like, did you honestly just forget? Or were you born in a tube?
Caddy, we found another one!
We found another, Vinishnoz.
Yeah, we found
Vineshnoz.
another George Wood.
Great. Just what we needed. Another George Wood.
Yeah. The only way to win is to cheat.
Huh.
And if you don't know of this game, you are stupid.
Well, I guess I'm stupid then because I don't know what this game is.
It's like, so mean. Mario Kart is a fun game, except when you're losing.
That's true. Mario Kart is also a fun game, as long as the blue shell isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Why is it still here? It just ruins your dreams.
Because Nintendo hate fun.
They also hate, Nintendo fan games. Like, again, I am an unapologetic Nintendo fan, but even I will admit, it's hard to get over what they did to AM2R. Pokemon Uranium I don't feel so bad about, because that game had its own problems, but, well... In regards to non-profit fan games, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Not allowed.
Again, this is why some traditions are meant to be broken, because I know Japan is super protective of their IPs, like, mega ultra protective, as in, I will kill you if you, make content of our characters, protective. Yeah, remember when, Pokemon had an anti-piracy system that basically said they will threaten to kill whoever did this? Like... I mean... Really? Oh, and, let's not forget, they basically, they would basically soft lock, people who, like, data mined Pokemon Sun and Moon, as in, their, 3DSs and 2DSs were just completely bricked, unusable.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, they deserve it, but what if someone else, who isn't, a video game pirate, did something like that, and then, you know, they get that harsh punishment? Like, shit. I have a love-hate relationship with Nintendo. Like I do with Disney, Sony, Sega, Square Enix, and just about any company. Yeah. That's kind of the thing with mega corporations, is that, on the one hand, yeah, they would do anything for money, and that's really scummy. But on the other hand, through them, we've gotten some really good shit out of it. And humans naturally love storytelling, so, once in a while, they come out with, like, pure gold. And, when you, like, really pay attention to the things that they do just to, you know, keep their money, it's just... Ugh. It's like, I would prefer to think the best in people, thank you very much.
Well, you know who thinks the best of you?
Who?
Malia.
Melly, I know she does. I think Sucker Punch and Platinum Games are the few companies I have no problems with, as far as I can tell. Yeah, like, even at Platinum Games' worst, they still, you know, do what they do best, which is make fun games. Yeah, they came out with some stinkers here and there, but it wasn't enough to really deter them.
They have a better track record than they have a better track record than a bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, one of the only bad games that well, okay, mediocre is more like it. One of the more mediocre games that they've come out with is Star Fox Zero on the Wii U, but I would say that's more Nintendo's fault than it is Platinum Games' fault.
Yeah.
Because if you guys remember anything about Star Fox Adventures, where it was originally not going to be a Star Fox game, but then Miyamoto took one look at the male playable character next to Crystal and thought, hey, that looks like Fox. Why don't we make it a Star Fox game? And then we got Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Miyamoto.
That right there is executive meddling. Which is very, very rare for Nintendo, but when it does happen, yeesh. And again, that's why I'm still a little worried for Xenoblade 3, because not only are they pushing the game back, I'm worried that it wasn't entirely Monolith Soft's decision. And, like, I've seen them do great things. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition literally exists, and so does the original Xenoblade, and so does Xenoblade X, and begrudgingly I say this, but Xenoblade 2 exists, despite its hang-ups. And I have no doubt that, you know, Xenoblade 3 is gonna have that same really good quality. It's just I hope their tutorials are actually comprehensible this time. Holy fucking shit. So, like, how did you get it right in Xenoblade 1 and Definitive Edition, but not fucking this?
So, Mr. Maniac sent me a thing on Discord, and I hate it.
What did he send you?
So, there is a Rivals of Aether mod for Ori that turns Scene into Seinfeld.
Thanks, I hate it.
I hate it too.
Why do you do this to me? Why you take my friend? I did nothing wrong. Father, what have I done to deserve this?
Nothing, they're just being jerks.
I hate jerks. They're mean, and they pick on people.
I don't like bullies either. I don't care where they're from.
Like this? Not a fan.
So, who excited for this weekend?
I still have to finish you guys' notes because the whole hand thing set me back, but luckily I did come up with a lot of loose ideas to play off of, so if I had to play it by ear this Saturday, I will.
Okay.
Just know that I'm kind of going to be a little caught with my pants down this time around. Yeah, Chanazar agrees. Thanks, I hate it.
Actually, Jordan, then it's like...
That it's like
Suddenly, Monolith Soft try to make a completely new type of game. Then Miyamoto is like, hey, that character kind of looks like Shulk. Want to make that Xenoblade Chronicles 4?
Okay. It's not going to happen, probably. But I'm hoping that Xenoblade 3 is going to be the end of the myth arc that they've established with the previous two games. Like, let me explain myself because I know what you're going to say. because honestly, with both worlds coming together, and to then have a resolution with Xenoblade 3, they can finally have that future Alvis talked about. Because from what we can gather from the trailer so far, yeah, something happened between the previous two parties, and they're not exactly seeing each other eye to eye. Like, that's why Nia and Melia are at war with each other, because they have opposing ideals. So they need another group to help them, realize, hey, this ain't the future Shulk wanted. And then they realize, shit, you're right. And then they will go after the real threat, which is the Fog Beasts from Future Connected. And they have super big ties officially now, because in the trailer, both factions are seeing things that the protagonists aren't seeing, which are Fog Beasts. And now both factions are seeing them as Fog Beasts, meaning there's probably a hate plague going on. And it affected Melly and Nia. I'm even more worried for them now.
Who infected them with the hate plague? And you just see Huey Emmerich just rise up.
And you're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's like, I thought you died!
My theory is that this is Zanz's revenge for what happened to him at the end of Xenoblade 1. Like, he somehow found his way back from the dead, and he's, like, taking it out on everybody. Because in Xenoblade 3's trailer, they mentioned the Passage of Fate, which is kind of Zanza's mantra. So, yeah, I think he's definitely coming back in some shape or form. And it's gonna suck. Also, if Melia dies, I'm actually dropping Xenoblade as a series as a whole. Like, I will not tolerate seeing my wife getting killed. And I will also not tolerate seeing Nia get killed, because Brian cares about her.
Also, is anyone familiar of an anime Super Mario Brothers movie? The movie is called The Super Mario Brothers Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. Yes!
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Twitch on my phone isn't updating correctly. Let me refresh that.
Fired!
You're fired! Overacting at its finest.
Like, they really took a look at that, and they're like, yeah, no, this works. This is fine. That's great. We'll use it.
Or, like, M. Night Shyamalan in, like, the entirety of the last Airbender movie, and when Aang's actor did a thing, and he's M. Night Shyamalan's like, good, yeah, good, keep doing that, yeah, good, that's fine, yeah, do that thing too.
My name is Ong. I am the Avatar. I ran away, but I'm back now.
Okay, Aang, I'm gonna be honest, kid, it vaguely almost sounded like you said ovary.
Demonic squirrel noises as Momo flies in.
And then Appa was there.
Yeah.
Someone got it remastered in 4K, and it's on archive now. Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, also, if we can go back to Platinum Games for a moment, it is a huge shame what happened to the Mad World games.
Seeing as I'm not too familiar with them, could you go into more detail?
Okay, so you don't know what Mad World is.
I only know it from a CSI meme I've seen years ago, where it's like, I'm guessing it was the end of the game, where it's like, I don't help people, I kill them. Yeah!
No, that's actually not at the end. That's not at the end of the game.
Okay, figured as much.
Okay, but Yeah, basically, the ultimate problem is that, in fact, this is actually, this and Bayonetta is part of the reason why Platinum Games has a very rocky relationship with Sega.
Really?
Yeah, because, the Mad Roll games did not sell well at all. Only 88,000 copies were sold.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. That's not a lot at all.
Yeah, and then, you go to and if you go to somebody and they'd be like, you know, I wish Mad World actually got a sequel. It did. It's called Anarchy Reigns. They're like, wait, what?
Oh, they didn't keep the title.
Yeah, and not only that, Anarchy Reigns had like no advertisement.
Oh god, that would do it too. Yeah.
So yeah, people who were talking about wanting a Mad World sequel didn't know they actually had one. It just went under a different name, and it was barely advertised.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but can you blame them? They didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, if you could imagine for a second, if Link's Awakening wasn't called The Legend of Zelda first, would people buy it? Probably not, because, well, they didn't know that, you know, it was in the same series, but rather, they would probably think it's a spin-off. Because, you know, usually when you think of a Zelda game, you think, you read, oh, The Legend of Zelda, ba 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 ba. If it's just Link's Awakening, it probably wouldn't sell as much units. Like, remember what happened to Link's Crossbow Training, which is a spin-off title.
Yeah. Which, honestly, for Mad World, it's a bit of a shame, because it had a very interesting art direction.
From what I remember seeing, yeah, it really popped.
Yeah, and on top of that, fucking John DiMaggio is one of the game commentators is fucking great.
Well, yeah, because it's John DiMaggio.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from, one of the favorite exchanges I have from the two of them in Mad World is, "You, sir, are a fucking idiot. Thank you for calling me sir."
Wow.
and another favorite one of mine is, "Why does this city have random saw blades? Are you a city engineer?" "Well, I'm not a city engineer." "Then shut the fuck up. They don't come up here and tell you how to be a commentator."
Wait. Also, it took quick aside. It took me years to realize that John DiMaggio did the voice for Brother Blood in Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy that did Blight, but no, it was John. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, then there was another exchange, like, when you're fighting one of the female bosses, Rin, you just hear an exchange going like, "Hey, didn't the two of you have a thing a while back? If by thing you mean a 5-minute fight that left me pissing teeth and spitting blood, then yeah, we had a thing."
Yeah.
And the female bosses in Mad World had, like, the best fucking boss music. It was, like, basically the song that would play when you're fighting them would just, it's literally just a track about how they're the hottest shit and you just suck ass.
Huh. Okay, Crystal is saying a thing. By the way, speaking of Sega, the Golden Bolt did a full history video on the Sonic games and how Jak 2 was the reason why we got Shadow the Hedgehog. What? No, I'm not kidding. I think what he said was that one of the developers was recovering. He talked about games like Jak 2 a lot. Oh no.
Like, hey guys, if Jak and Daxter could make that shift, surely Sonic can do it.
And then they said, "No, that's fucking stupid, Tim. Like, Sonic would never do that." It's like, okay, fine. How about Shadow? It's like, Shadow we could do. So okay, so it wasn't complete business cynicism that, you know, led to the creation of Shadow the Hedgehog. It was just someone played too much Jak 2 and then thought that was a good idea. And I think Johnny has a point in saying that all the other Sonic characters, with how many we have now, are just like good guinea pigs to test game ideas. And that's such a cynical way of looking at it, but I think there's truth to it. Watch the video if you ever get the chance. Okay, like, knowing that factoid, I definitely will at some point. But, like... Which is so weird because Jak 2 is a good game! And Shadow the Hedgehog isn't. Probably because it wasn't designed with gunplay in mind, whereas Jak 2 naturally grew up with it. Knew the audience was growing up with the Jak and Daxter series, despite its infancy, and, you know, adapted to the audience. That being said, I do miss cartoony styled games. Like, we're still getting them. It's just they weren't nearly as prominent as they were in like the past. Like Crash, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper. It's like, is it me, or does Sony feel a secondhand embarrassment almost with those games, despite how amazing they were?
We need more The Last of Us.
We need to see everyone's uvulas in complete view, down to the vein. Like, we cannot skimp out on any details, and that's why we're remaking The Last of Us, even though it doesn't need a remake. Seriously, it's fine the way it is. Oh, hey, Jen. Hey, who remembers Banjo and Kazooie? Are you talking about nuts and bolts? Jen, get out of my stream.
And speaking of getting out of streams, I have to do that.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, you have to work. All right. Good luck, Brian.
I have to go to prison.
Yeah. Good luck, man. Okay. We're almost done with this anyway. How long have we been going anyway? 2 hours. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely back in the swing of things. So tomorrow we're gonna have another art stream, but considering how fast we finish, would you guys be in the mood for another Majora's Mask stream? Because, I feel like, doing a little more on, stream days, is definitely something I should consider trying. Like, we could do a thing for a couple hours, and then we'll switch with something else, you know, just to keep things fresh. It's a vague idea, so I'm not sure if it's gonna stick, but, for those of you who have been watching the Majora's Mask streams, thank you. Like, I'm having a blast with that playthrough. I don't want The Last of Us remake. I want Sly Cooper back, Sony. But we already have a thief character. Me, Joker and Nathan don't count. Yeah. Because, yeah, I had a lot of fun the last time I did something like that for a stream, and I definitely want to do it more. It's just, the problem is I'm not sure if all of my viewers are exactly, what's the right word? It's like either you guys missed, the stream announcement, for when the stream is back up, or, you know, you just went off and did your own thing, which that's totally fair if that's the case. But assuming that you wanted to catch up to the next stream only to miss the announcement entirely, then that's another reason why the Discord server is so useful, because say you do miss the announcement, then you could look at the announcements channel and think, okay, did Jordan go live again? And it's like, oh, look at that, he did. So yeah, it's not down to a perfect science yet, so I'm not entirely sure what the cause is, but yeah. Okay, got the video up on there so you can check it out later. Thank you. Oh, crap. That's not the zoom tool. Okay, we almost got this. And we'll have to do some extra shading for the suspenders too. Almost forgot. Oh, hang on. Better give my fingers time to stretch. Especially the one on my left hand, because of all the bandages. Fuck. But yeah. It explains mostly the history of about Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, along with what was going on behind the scenes at Sega. And I would explain it more, but then I'd be typing a very long text that Twitch would cut me off of, so yeah. Makes sense. But yeah, Jak and Daxter, it was basically Jak 2's fault that Shadow the Hedgehog ended up the way it did. I don't know whether to be angry or impressed. Oh, hang on. Okay, just got another commission. I'll get to that very soon. Just gotta finish this first. Okay. Shush belly. Alright, I think at this point we can just focus on highlights. Yeah, thanks. Got it. That should do it. Let's do that, and yeah, all right. So I think that's gonna be it for this stream. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow night. We're gonna do the other commission that we got from Mutant Sasquatch, and until we meet again, I'm going to share this with my client and then get another one ready. And yeah, see you guys later.